Welcome back to Cuphead.
Yeah, here we are.
We're gonna go down this hatch and see if he'll make us a cake.
Let's see what's going on down here.
Oh my god.
Bro.
It's your running gun.
There are skulls.
There's a skull.
There are skulls.
I can shoot.
This is a final boss if I've ever seen one. There are dead people down here. This man.
This is a fucking murderer.
This man. He's literally in the process of eating a human.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, you meddlesome brats. I didn't think you'd be back so soon. No matter, it's too late to stop me now. The Wonder Tart will be my finest work yet. It's a shame I never told you about the most important secret ingredient. A living soul. It's fucking me. While you suckers were out doing my bidding, I nabbed your little friend here. When his soul is baked into the Wonder Tart, the cosmic powers of the astral plane will be mine.
Cuphead, Miss Chalice, you gotta help me.
But first, I'll take those ingredients.
I'm like turning into a pirate.
But first, I'll take those ingredients. And then I'll use your heads as serving dishes.
That's
This is
fucked
evil.
up. That
This
is
evil.
very evil. All right, this is probably it. Let's go, motherfucker.
There's so much shit. Oh, it's all the ingredients we got. Pretty cool.
We didn't get lime. Did we get limes?
Yeah, we got limes. Yeah, it was from the desert. The desert limes.
Oh, is that what they're called too? The desert limes.
Yep.
Well, we got them. They should be helping us, not trying to kill us.
Well, he's stolen from us. Oh my! He just murders the sugar cubes. By the way, that is very sad looking. This is like
Okay, I thought he was gonna squish the box of the strawberries and break it.
like this is extremely messed up, and
I demand you to go to your next stage. I did, yeah. I forced him. I'm dead. But
oh, he just picked us up.
he picked you up. I'm
Picked-
dead.
My power grows with much aplomb. Your end is here, upon my palm.
Bro's Dr. Seuss.
I never saw Sausage Party because I thought it was just I didn't really feel like watching a bunch of food beg for their lives. I thought that was a little, but watching this guy just kill like I guess that one lived. I could have sworn he murdered one. Like this salt cube, it's like
That's so sad.
and it just gets.
He cracks his fucking head. That's so sad.
Like, I'm not really into just watching a bunch of things get murdered.
It's so sad. And then he's
No, he's the lie.
He kills them all, Jared. He has to die. He has to die.
I bet you were gonna use his soul for the
He
ingredient.
rolls him out.
He looks so he has so much
pain.
pleasure.
I really, every time he grabs the strawberry box, I think he's gonna like break the box, and then he just dank.
Yeah, because he fucking murders that.
And poor Ice Cube. That shit is so fucked up.
This is the most evil person we've ever encountered.
This is worse than the devil.
The devil's like, I'm not fucking with this
Devil's
guy.
a saint compared to this guy. I command you to die.
Did you see this war with Reddit?
Ooh, no. What war with Reddit?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Reddit?
So,
I love Reddit. I'm
You
on their
love it?
team.
you're on Reddit's team?
Well,
Sure,
what's
it's
the
a bad
war?
team. So
No, I
Reddit is
didn't.
Reddit is closing their like I forgot what they call it. It's some sort of service that allows third-party apps to like work on Reddit, and a lot of people like
Okay.
a lot of people like the third-party apps opposed to Reddit's like default browsing software because people hate Reddit's like user interface. And people like
They do hate, yeah.
people like the third-party one, and there was like two big ones that everybody used. I am on Reddit a lot, and I don't use it quite a bit, but I do also.
Oh, what?
That was crazy, and I can't get you.
I dashed and got you
Like the
somehow.
second I died.
Yeah.
But anyway, they basically were like, we are no longer we're no longer allowing access to them unless they pay like it was like $20 million.
An absurd amount of money.
It was an absurd amount of money where nobody who runs any of those like companies that can. They're like barely even companies who runs any of those like tools could afford, and so it basically just kills them on the spot. So every like major server on Reddit privated their Reddit account, which basically ended Reddit for like 3 days. And basically tried to give as much pressure onto like the CEO to undo that change as much as they could.
Yeah, dude, I didn't hear anything about this. That's crazy.
But the fucking Redditors completely lost the battle. Because when they started, they gave him an end date. I thought I died. They gave him an end date being like, oh, we will unprivate it in like 3 days. Which was a terrible move because that basically just made the CEO just be like, oh, I just got to wait like 3 days. And he even announced like, oh yeah, there was a huge blip, but like whatever. We got other projects that are more important to worry about. Because he knows that it's going to pass. And then on Wednesday, like half of the subreddits opened back up. And there are still some that are like remaining closed, but there's still a lot that are open now, so like the pressure's off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, great, the Redditors just lost because they just couldn't stay privated for some reason.
Because they're dumb.
Which basically killed, so like they basically just accepted that all those tools are gonna die, which is sad.
Dodgeball sucks.
Does it?
Yeah, dude, I don't feel invincible at all during it. I'm better off just running around. Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Got places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around. Gotta keep moving on. Don't know what lies ahead. Only one way to find out. I sent you that Twitter thing I saw where the guy was like, you know, Into the Spider-Verse is better than Across the Spider-Verse because you, like, the issue with
bro just didn't understand.
Because he basically wanted to jeopardize the entire multiverse from one more hug from dear old dad, and the guy was like, if you thought that out of the movie, you didn't watch the movie.
Bro didn't understand the movie. Yeah, that was crazy. How? What? Fuck that.
I do
Fuck
agree
this
that
fucking chef.
I do agree. I think Into the Spider-Verse is my preferred movie, but literally just because Across the Spider-Verse isn't like finished. Yeah, like literally they had so much momentum. I was getting so hyped, and then the movie ended, and I'm serious. Like they could have just played another 2.5 hours and showed the Beyond the Spider-Verse, and I would have just been so for it.
I would have been so for it.
I would have been like, whatever, 5-hour movie, let's go.
Animate. The animation's just so god tier.
Also, the story was dope. Even though I sat there just one day in work and I had like a subtle realization and it confused me forever. And then I literally looked it up on Reddit, and the Redditors were kind of like, yeah, I think that's trying to show that. So basically the whole issue was Spot caused Spider-Man India's like police officer to almost get killed.
Yes.
And they were like, but if Miles never did anything, what was going to cause that officer to get killed? And how does Miles saving him cause whatever? Shouldn't Spot have already caused it? Like when the world was going to end, but they were trying to like save it.
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
And I started, that was like what I thought of. And it was that mixed with, you know, they said that they specifically stated that he's going to die by being like things falling on him.
Yeah, like a building or whatever.
Yeah, while trying to save somebody.
Canon event.
Which they claimed as a canon event, which I didn't understand if they... I kind of went back... My initial thought was, well, some of the other people's things didn't happen that way. Did they all die through something being crushed? Because, you know, Tobey Maguire didn't have anything remotely close to that happen. And Andrew Garfield's captain wasn't crushed. I did that again.
Oh, shit.
We have to shoot the salt? Oh,
The shakers, yeah.
Okay.
The shakers go and fuck him up.
Yeah, but I was kind of like, that was bothering me. And then when I looked it up, people were kind of like saying that, oh, they just know how, you know, Miles' dad is going to die because that was already like pre-planned because they knew what day he was going to die too. So like they knew how it wasn't.
They did know what day.
It was like, it's not that everybody dies through being crushed, but the captain always dies. So it's a canon event that he dies. And I was like, okay, that makes more sense. But then the Spider-Man India one, they were like, I'm pretty sure people were like, I'm pretty sure it was trying to illustrate that Miguel isn't 100% right.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, that made me, like, that literally put my mind to rest of, like, oh, you know, Miguel might be wrong. And Miles is the only one who seems to notice. I saw The Flash.
Is that movie out?
Yeah, the movie's out.
Is it? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty good.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was actually, like, better than I thought, except for the CGI. It might be the worst CGI in any movie ever.
Okay.
Which was weird. Ezra Miller as Barry Allen still didn't convince me. However, they did something that was the smartest decision that I think has happened, where they didn't really give, you know, Barry never really had an origin in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But what they did, and what they did really well, was they gave Barry Allen, like, he time travels, essentially. Because you know the entire plot is he goes back
Yeah.
to try to save his mom. And he kind of gets stuck, and you know there's two Barry Allens. That other Barry Allen's just a younger version of him. And, well, one, they made it like he is a Barry Allen that grew up with his mom. So he's not really traumatized, and he's not as shy. But he is so godly annoying, and they did that on purpose. Where you see that, like, the two Barrys interact, and they are constantly, like, kind of arguing, where one's, like, trying to get back home, and the other one is just fucking around because he figures out that you've just got superpowers. And he's like, I'm the Flash. This is amazing.
The young Barry.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty good. Ben Affleck's Batman was
Yeah.
the best he's ever been.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay. I was like, I didn't hate you in this one. And I kind of was like, man, if you just did this from the start.
How was Michael Keaton?
Oh, Michael Keaton carried the movie.
Yes.
Michael Keaton just straight up carried the movie. That's like kind of why I was like, this is a good movie. Also, Supergirl was pretty good. She was really just a plot device, but she was a plot device I actually really liked.
What about Zod?
Zod was kind of useless, but like Michael Shannon was completely right when he described.
Yeah.
Where I was like, yeah, they just needed somebody to fight. He had the same motivations, as Man of Steel, but like made less sense.
Dude, I didn't understand the whole Codex thing in Man of Steel.
You didn't understand the code?
No,
Really?
I did not.
The whole thing was
It was a skull and that you could what were they trying to do with it?
they were using it because that was going to be able to terraform a planet into a new Krypton.
A skull?
No, it wasn't just the skull. It was like the skull was like a code,
Oh, sure.
and it was also in Kal-El's. They also needed Kal-El's blood.
Why'd they need his? Is it just
'Cause,
Jor did something?
No, Jara. Yeah.
Who I always forget is Russell Crowe.
You always forget that. That's like,
Bro is Jor-El. Russell Crowe is Jor-El.
yeah, but yeah, I guess because when they blew up, he put it in Kal-El for some reason. I don't know why. I don't remember why. But yeah, they basically wanted to re-terraform it back to Krypton. And this movie redoes that again, which is probably why I actually know the answer this time, because it's literally the same plot. But this time they were like, oh, there was two pods, one that had Kal-El and one that had you.
The Supergirl?
Kara.
Is it Kara?
It is
Is
Kara.
Kara Zor-El?
Yeah. And you. And I guess at some point when they landed, because it's literally just the Flashpoint series,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but instead of Kal-El, it's Kara. Kara ends up in Russia and is in like a giant prison.
The Gulag.
Yeah, the Gulag.
Welcome to the Gulag.
And she goes and fights Zod, and she even goes, well, it would be in Kal-El's pod, and he got separated. I don't know where he is. That was crazy.
Whoa! You fucking got me. That was nuts. That was save of the century.
Watch, I'm gonna get you.
Again. Oh!
Messed it up. Yeah, but the movie was pretty good. Michael Keaton was like, I just kind of sat there and I was like, man, I could have just watched another Michael Keaton Batman movie with this, because he was fucking awesome.
I'm Batman.
Especially his fight scenes. I was like, this is so cool. No, but the CGI was so ungodly bad. Oh, like the way they did the Speed Force was kind of cool, especially the time travel. You could just see like the events, and you're kind of just running through them on the screen.
That's
but they
cool.
like re-CGI'd the characters, and like they look like early PS2 graphics.
Oh, nice.
Like just like aren't even in finished product of games, just the models. And I was like, oh, this looks awful.
Was Grant Gustafson in it?
No,
Would be nuts.
I guess he was cut.
No way. He was supposed to be in it?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, there is a scene that was kind of like stupid, where it's just like it is probably just like 5 minutes of just cameos on cameos, and then the director was like, I cut about 20 minutes of cameos just to keep the flow of the movie, and I was like, some of the cameos you kept in didn't make any sense. So during that montage, can I tell you the cameo that I like kind of lost my mind for?
Yeah.
They have Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Nick Cage as Superman?
Yeah.
Bro, he was just an alternate Superman?
Yeah. Do you know the story behind that? Of
What, was he supposed to be casted as Superman
yeah,
or
in
something?
Tim Burton's Batman movies.
He was supposed to be Superman?
Yeah, no. Tim Burton after that got approval to make a Superman movie, and he had the script and everything was done, and he cast Nick Cage as Superman, and the plot involved him fighting like a giant bug monster and all these things, and they were like all set to go, and then it got like scrapped at like the last minute, and they rebooted. They just rebooted Batman, and they didn't want him to make a Superman, and Nicolas Cage was always upset about that. So it's literally. Basically, the entire scene is just you see all these other dimensions and stuff, and what you see like Christopher Reeves is Superman. You see like a few of their Superman. You don't see what's his face Superman. Also,
Superman and Lois?
no, you do not. You don't see that. I was kind of shocked by that. But yeah, but Superman is fighting a giant bug, and when that happened, I was like, "There's no way, right?" And then he turns, and it's just Nick Cage in awful CGI.
Nick Cage. That's crazy.
That was crazy.
What about... What's his name is Lex Luthor?
No, there's no like Luthers.
No Luthers, dang.
No Luthers. It was literally just in that scene. It was Flashes and Superman, and then like Adam West's Batman, and
Adam West is dead.
yeah, so was Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Aren't people mad at Twitch right now?
Oh, people are furious with Twitch. People
Yeah.
are off with Twitch.
What happened? Besides the Nick Merckx thing, that's not necessarily
That had nothing to do with Twitch.
Twitch. Okay.
People are mad at Twitch. One, because Twitch just keeps making awful changes. That fire almost killed me. Twitch just keeps making, like, one of them, they made a huge change, or they were trying to make a huge change that would prevent Twitch streamers from having like ads, like third-party like sponsors and ads. Because they're like, oh, if you have like a third-party sponsor or ad, it can only take up 3% of your screen at a time. You can't host like you can't have your own commercials and stuff, and all that. Which, like, every streamer that you look at has their own like sponsorships and stuff that would sit there, and
so they make their money,
and it would basically just kill them. Even Melee and like League and Smite events, they all will post like in their intermissions will have their own ads.
Yeah.
For their sponsors for their events. That would not be allowed. Their channel would just go down.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like they were like it was like a bannable offense, and it was like so basically any esport would not survive because they can't get sponsorships, which means they wouldn't be able to run, and if they did get sponsorships, they would be breaking their sponsorship rules by not advertising them like at all. Besides like a 3% little logo in the thing, which isn't big at all.
Why did they do that?
Yeah, so people were so pissed, and everybody was like losing their mind, and then they were like, "Oh, because of the outrage, like there's clearly some misdirection," which they literally gave out like they put up pictures on their like thing on their Twitter and about how this isn't a rule, and they're like, "Oh, there was some miscommunication," and people were like, "No, there fucking wasn't. There was no miscommunication."
Yeah, you're fucking us.
And then they reversed the call, being like, "Oh, like we completely misread the situation. We don't want to hurt any of our streamers' ways of getting revenue." And a lot of streamers were like, that is like more revenue than I get from Twitch, because Twitch has the lowest subscription share,
Yeah.
which is they have a 50-50, which other platforms have like a 70-30, or even Kick has a 95-5.
Kick, damn.
Which I was always kind of, when they did that, I was like, that is bold, but I'm wondering how long Kick could last. But,
yeah, for real.
But then Kick, like 2 days ago, this is a rumor. XQC hasn't confirmed yet. He said he hasn't confirmed the actual like deal yet, but he says that there is kind of a deal where Kick is offering him $100 million for 3 years to be non-exclusive. So he could still stream on other platforms while he streams on Kick. But Kick has to be like his primary one.
Yeah. To be not exclusive. Holy crap.
Which, $100 million for 3 years, people were like, that is like the, I don't know, it was something like the,
It's got to be the biggest.
it was like the 23rd highest sports contract in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, Twitch is kind of like digging themselves a kind of a grave. Because they keep making changes like that. And it's really
That are
fucking
pissing everybody off.
they're really doing changes that are fucking everybody over. Like that was literally just like the biggest gunshot ever. That was like the worst one they ever made because it was killing everybody's source of revenue. And like Twitch kind of started as a video game thing for like esports. And yeah, it was like Melee wouldn't be able to, like literally no esports would run on there. And like basically no streamer could be on that, no big streamer, because they all have their own sponsorships. But they reverted it, which, good that they reverted it, but they kind of just killed the trust of the community. You see that Conor McGregor might not be able to fight this year?
Because of the rape allegations?
No, not because of that. But those are crazy. He has like 10 more days to sign up for some sort of testing.
Oh, the steroid shit.
Yeah, he only has like 5 more days, and they're like, what is taking him so long?
Because he's not clean. He always trains on roids. He always does.
So like if he doesn't sign up, he can't fight this year. Which he was supposed to fight at 2 something.
Yeah,
like
against Michael
89.
Chandler.
Yeah, for the end of the year.
Yeah, I forgot about the steroid testing thing. That was a while ago. People were like, yeah, he's got to do this test or whatever. But that was, when he had time.
Yeah,
I didn't know that deadline was coming up.
Yeah, the deadline's like coming up, and people are like, "What's happening?"
Is bro gonna fight? Oh, come on,
Which would be crazy if he doesn't.
dude. That'd be the worst.
It would be like the end of his career if he doesn't.
That'd be the worst.
I don't know. I always wanted to like see one more run, but like,
I know it's probably not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. There's just some things you gotta accept. Of like, I will never see him win again.
Who the fuck is that guy? All right, Jared. What would your last, since we're on the topic of fucking chefs and food, what would your last meal in prison be? You're on death row. They're about to fucking draw and quarter you, or hang you, or the one where they put you in a bowl and cook you. What are you?
Iron bowl.
Yeah, the iron bowl.
Oh
what's
my
your meal?
God.
What's your meal? What's your go-to meal? If you say B-dubs. If you say B-dubs.
No, it would probably be like, I don't know. It would be
You do love wings, though.
Well, I was thinking it would probably be ribs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you love ribs.
It would
yeah.
it would be between ribs or a lasagna.
Zagna.
And then, but like ribs would be like ribs and like fries and cornbread and
Yeah. Oh, cornbread.
and then like fucking mac and cheese. I don't know. I was if my last meal, if I did get my last meal, because they are always like that one guy, he got whatever and got to watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I would always be like, can I watch like this OG Star Wars trilogy? Or like fucking Goku versus Frieza one more time. Something.
Yeah.
I would definitely be like, I want to watch some. I would also probably request that my last meal. What? I thought I had 5 cards.
We have 4 now.
What?
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, that straight up doesn't make sense. Mine would be like, I fucking love Italian food. I don't know, man. It's either a burger or Italian food. I don't know from where though. That's the one thing I'm not sure. I don't think. See, I don't know how. I don't know if. I know, you know, you can get a fucking. Like, if you request McDonald's, they'll go and get you McDonald's.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I feel like I can't request something.
Like that?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I was like
goddamn, some world-class spaghetti. Like, I can't do that. It wouldn't be spaghetti anyways. It'd probably be, like, fettuccine Alfredo or something like that. But. Okay, I'll probably go just for. I also just had 5 cards. What the fuck? Why is it doing that? But it'd probably be like a burger.
I don't know. This
Fries.
is like a sad thought.
But I'd want dessert too. I'd want some ice
Oh,
cream.
I'd absolutely get a dessert. I would get like a fucking
I'd get a hot
chocolate
fudge
souffle.
sundae. Something crazy. Hot fudge sundae's not crazy, but
I'm gonna go fucking wild. Hot fudge sundae.
vanilla ice cream.
The vanilla ice.
Just 1 scoop vanilla ice cream. Crazy. Fire's rude. He's worse than the fucking. He's worse than the little yellow. Was he purple? It was purple because I kept calling him Purple Guy. I kept making FNAF
Oh, and the
references.
devil?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Was it the devil? It was the devil.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
We gotta see that movie.
Matt Pat better make a cameo. That's all I'm saying.
Him and Markiplier better make
Him and
cameo.
Markiplier better make a cameo.
Well, it's the fucking guy. I literally saw that and I was staring. I'm like, oh my god, it's the guy from the Hunger Games.
Which one?
PETA. He's the main character.
Is he
of that
really?
movie. And I was like, what?
Maybe he's a big FNAF fan.
Maybe. Or he's getting a paycheck.
Could be that. Who is producing?
I don't
the
know.
movie?
I don't know what this movie's about. I don't know if the machine. I wonder if they're gonna kill people, or if they're just gonna be kind of spooky. Because FNAF kind of.
If they kill children, Jared,
I'm saying
this is the best movie ever.
it.
It's fuck them kids, but
I wasn't expecting them to kill children.
that'd be nuts.
I'm expecting them to kill adults, but I was like, if they kill adults, I was gonna be kind of like, oh my god, because FNAF I feel like kind of became like a thing popular for children.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it would be kind of crazy. So I'm assuming that like children are probably gonna want to see this movie, and it would be crazy if they just start murdering people. But it would also kind of be lame if they like aren't.
That would be kind of lame.
Oh, I forgot. I literally wasted this.
Fuck. Fuck, how does that leaf? I hate the leaves, dude. The leaves are so dumb. I watched Creed 3.
What'd you think?
It was better than 2. But there's just one. It's missing one thing.
What is it?
Fucking Rocky Balboa.
Oh yeah.
It's missing Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, well, he didn't want that movie to be made.
No?
Oh well, actually no, he did not want the movie to be made.
He has producer credit.
He did not want the movie to be made. He just wanted ownership of the brand,
Yes.
and they would not let him buy it. Which I think is the kind of bullshit because he wrote the first one.
It is literally his movie, the first one. It is literally his movie.
Because he wasn't against having more.
He wanted
He
to
just-
star in it.
Yeah, he just wanted to own the rights to it.
But yeah, literally. It's also like, I don't know, it gets a little crazy sometimes with the different brand, like his mom, who I don't even know if that was his, I don't know if that was his biological mother or if that was,
What, in Creed 3?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's not his mom.
That's not his mom.
That's not his biological mom.
That's
That's like his.
Apollo Creed's.
That's Apollo Creed's wife.
Apollo Creed's wife. That I
Apollo-
couldn't tell. I didn't look up the cast, so but I couldn't tell. I liked the character of Dame
Yeah.
Anderson. That was cool.
I like, yeah.
You were, because when you said he was like Rocky, I was like, Like, how is he gonna be like Rocky? He was like Rocky, the underdog. He was like Rocky, but he was a cheater.
Yeah, he was a cheat. My
Yeah.
uncle literally pointed he was like, well, he was like Rocky, so you kind of rooted for him. And I was like, he cheated, and he was like, what, by elbowing a guy? Well, yes, but I was more referring to the fact that he broke another guy's arm to get the shot. That's just a criminal activity. Also, the mom died, and I kind of went like, seriously.
That's what I mean. I didn't like that. I was like, why is this even happening?
I was against that because
It's like a whole just another means of motivation. Like, he didn't need that. He did not need that to happen.
yeah, no, I don't.
It was missing Rocky. It was.
I don't think he needed that.
You know what they probably were gonna do? They were probably gonna kill Rocky off with the cancer thing, and that was instead of his mom dying. That's what they were probably gonna do. Then Stallone was like, nah. Which I'm totally okay with.
But also,
Michael B. Jordan did a good job.
He did a good job. But also, I was kind of like,
First directing gig.
but I was also kind of like, there's no way Rocky wouldn't show up to this funeral.
That's what I'm saying. It was missing him.
I was like, I know that he said he wasn't gonna be in here, but I was kind of like, I was expecting him to walk up and be like, yeah, I don't really have this is your fight. I don't really got a reason to be here, because he didn't have a reason to be there, to be honest, against Dame.
No.
Like if they didn't have the mom dying, I would have been like, oh, it makes sense why Rocky's not there. He's just with his with his son.
Yep.
He's doing something else. Who gives a shit? This is really just Creed versus Dame.
Also, like, I know he's not that big, that important. Like, you know, he's not Balboa. But, like, Duke, I thought his character was ass. The trainer, the guy that was in Adonis's corner, I thought his character was ass.
Yeah.
He did not interest me at all.
Well, he was in the other two.
I
don't know.
But he was, like, the main trainer in this one. I just wasn't a fan.
I also just thought it was dumb to Dom because the mom was wrong for not giving Adonis any of the letters.
Yeah.
And then she went, you don't have time to be mad at me because I'm going to die now.
Crazy. I didn't mind. The one new implement was the daughter being dead. Like, it wasn't very necessary, but, like, that one I didn't mind.
Well, they established that in the second one.
Yeah, that's right, they did. Never mind. Like, the relationship with the daughter, him being a father, him being retired, stuff like that. That stuff I didn't mind. The mom dying, I was like, why is this happening? And then she dies and he fights.
I did like that they brought back what's his face from the second movie though to train with him.
Drago.
Yeah, they brought.
That was sweet.
I was like, oh, that's cool. Because Drago like respected him and then fucking hated him for a few minutes because he's like, you're being a little.
He was
bitch.
whooping his ass.
He's
And
like,
he
you're
was
being a
like,
little
hey,
bitch.
you're being a punk ass bitch. And then I did love the. I thought I was gonna hate it. I'm not gonna lie, but because, you know, there's interviews with Michael B. Jordan, he was like, yeah, there's a few anime references.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna hate it.
The Dragon Ball one.
The punch in the stomach, and then the one where
they both
him and Dame punch each other. I was like, okay, I like that. And then the one that was far-fetched, because boxers don't do this, but it's cool because I've seen it in like Baki, like fighting animes, of Adonis going outside and punching the tree and training his fist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was sweet. Boxers don't do that, but
I know.
I loved it still.
I was like, really?
Yeah, when he did, I was like, okay, now we're doing too much, but I still loved it.
Well, because Lee did that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you can do this. It's like, do you really need? You're retiring. Do you need your fist to be trained?
Bro's punching trees.
The stomach one, I kind of was like, okay. I actually didn't really care for that one. I was like, this is over dramatic.
It was a bit over dramatic.
Bro
got the wind knock killed. He would have been on the floor.
Them both punching each other in the face, I thought was
I like that one.
I like that one actually a lot because I liked how he like framed it where it was just those two in the ring and nobody else.
Yep.
And then when they did that, it like woke both of them up.